So is a preposition, right? No.
Conjunction.
Conjunction, okay.
Conjunction, junction, what's your function? Hooking up, hooking up words and making them run right. I got 3 favorite cars that get most of my... I'm gonna get you there if you're very careful.
So we had something interesting that we wanted to talk about today.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies first.
Ooh, ladies first, ladies first. Can I sing that? Because, last time with the yes indeed, you left me hanging.
Well, here's the interesting part. My Heimlich maneuver isn't up to par. You're chewing gummy bears.
So we went out the other night to dinner, and the waitress came and asked us if we wanted an appetizer. Jay wanted the spinach artichoke dip, and I said onion rings. Well, that's what happened.
Did you, act as if you were going to regurgitate, or you actually...
Ooh, fancy words.
Yeah.
Yes, because the idea is I don't know why people eat that. I really don't. It's like mayonnaise with spinach and artichoke stuff in it, and I just think...
Babe.
What? Jay jokingly says to the waitress, this could be the end of our relationship.
I didn't say that. I said it's like we're going to need marriage counseling for this decision.
And so then the waitress was like, you guys might break up.
But not from my mouth, folks.
Okay. Put a halo over his head, please.
What?
So, that led me to just ask the question, Jay, what would you do if we broke up? What if we don't make it?
Essentially, I would be very hurt. I would block her. I would never want to talk to her.
He said he would block me. He
on
would
social
block
media.
me.
I would go dark. I would get rid of all of these videos. Everybody that's her friends. I probably would talk to you guys, but I would try and be places that didn't remind me of you anymore. Essentially, I would just be completely hurt. Feel like I would just need time to myself. Man, just thinking about it is actually painful. At this point, I'm really determined for this to work. As far as I'm concerned, this would be the last woman I would ever date on planet Earth or even see. It would be extremely painful. She really got me because she started to tear up when she started to talk. I was like, oh man, this is crazy.
Why would you think I was dumping you? Because I just asked a question.
Okay, but really, I thought I was getting dumped in a restaurant. I don't know, nobody asked those kind of questions over some spinach artichoke dip and onion rings. I was like, I don't think I can do it again. I don't think I could. I really just don't think I could do it again. So then I also thought about, well, she's going to dump me. Maybe I'll just stalk her and do all I'm just kidding. I wouldn't stalk.
No, you wouldn't stalk me because you blocked me.
That's true. Well, I don't think I could find anyone else as special as you. So I would just, find another way to enjoy life without you in my life. But it would be very hard. Your turn.
Well, first thing I said to him was, I'm realizing right now how much of an answer to prayer you are and our relationship is. So the way that I answered the question, because it was completely an unplanned conversation, I had to make a confession. And I told him that I only told one other person this. Just a few weeks before we met, I had a prayer. One of my most sincere prayers in my life, as related to relationships and stuff like that. It was my most heartfelt prayer from my most broken place, but it was not my nicest, most saintly prayer. I was not in a good place, spiritually, in terms of my needs and my wants for a relationship. And it was an I don't care place, but it was an I don't care place like dangerous, not a I don't care place like I'm gonna let go and let God. It was not that. It was like a I don't care place, like forget morals, forget holiness, forget character, forget witness. It was like I just don't care. And so I had kind of decided I'm just gonna go out on dates and whatever. You can read into that whatever you want. So my prayer to God was, God, I just want a chance to break somebody's heart. I don't even care about a relationship anymore. I just really want to be in a position where somebody loves me so deeply that if we don't work out, if we break up, that it will hurt, that they would be hurt. And I felt dismissible and like, you know, leavable, to be quite honest. And like I didn't matter. Like if it worked out, great, but if it didn't work out, oh well. That's kind of, that had become sort of, you know, just sort of how I felt. Well, my prayer to God was not to find a great relationship, fall in love. It was not to meet a great person, to meet a great guy. My prayer to God seriously was, God, I just want one chance for someone to love me so deeply that when we don't work out, when we break up, that it will be devastating, that it will hurt them, not me, but that it will hurt them. And I know that prayer was really selfish, and I know that prayer was like really misguided, but that was like the truest sentiments of my heart. It wasn't even about the relationship anymore. It was really more about wanting to be loved that deeply and wanting to be cared for that deeply and liked that deeply, and not be wasting time again with somebody who didn't have the capacity or the desire to want to love that deeply. And I don't think
we didn't know that we were looking for who we are now in each other, because we both had a mindset of don't care.
I really thought if I get married, I'm probably just gonna settle for whatever. My thought was, he's probably not going to treat me great. I'm probably not going to be head over heels in love. I'm probably just going to get with somebody that I can tolerate. Like when I was younger, my thought and my prayer in my heart was, I want to look across the room and just like love him and think he's awesome and think he's sexy and think he's smart and think he's, you know, great. That was my thought when I was younger. And in recent years, I just kind of gave up on that. Like, I'm not going to find that. So I'm just going to be okay with something that I can live with. And in addition to God answering that prayer about, you know, breaking someone's heart, God answered the prayer that I prayed years ago too, where I did want to look across the room and see a guy that made my heart melt and made me happy and who I loved and who I respected. And every time we hang out, God reminds me, or I get reminded, how much less I would have settled for. And I know that doesn't necessarily sound like a compliment. And maybe it's not. Maybe it's not really a compliment for Jay. Maybe it's more an admission of where my mind was at. Here's the thing that was crazy. And we talked about this when we were walking on the beach one time. I was like, because my mind and my heart were in a bad place, I had not calculated what if, as I'm going on dates, and what's funny is he was the first date I had that summer and the only person I went on dates with for the rest of the summer and in life now.
Good to know this.
Seriously, so when we started last summer and I had that thought I was just going to go on dates, but the funny thing is I hadn't calculated what if I like the person, and so I like the person and I don't want to do something to screw it up. Like, I hadn't calculated that. My mindset was, we'll see. I hadn't thought. And it was kind of funny because I said to you that I felt like God protected me from me, because he sent a person who I actually was like, wait, I can't just wild out because I actually think he's a really cool guy. I think he's actually pretty dope. So I can't just wild out because I don't want to miss out on a great guy because I was wilding out. And so I didn't calculate that. I didn't plan. I was like, I didn't calculate the part where I actually would like the person. I was just calculating the part where it's like,
am I supposed to feel
this is terrible. I
Am I supposed to
know.
feel some type of way
How would you feel?
if a shoe was on the other foot?
How would you, like,
If I were
how
to-
should you feel like right now?
You know, I had this sentiment that we were just cool when it was probably just for the summer, just because of the distance. So I didn't know, but I probably had some of the same feelings that you had, because in all of this, you have, you know, given me new hope and a new vision of what I could become, and things that I could be better at as a husband, as a man, and even as a father. So I'm glad that God tapped you on the shoulder and said, wait up, wait a minute.
Hold up.
Wait a minute.
Who did that?
I forgot.
Hold up.
What is that?
What do you think, like, if I said, I think God used you to rescue me? Not in the damsel in distress kind of way, but the danger that I would have put myself in. God, what do you think if I said God used you to save me?
As I always say, God is the ultimate comedian, because, you know, the position I was in at the time, I didn't think I was able to save anyone. You know, and I think that's probably all of us. We don't think that with what we believe and what we experience in our ability, we don't think we can do a lot of different things, but that's why God is God. I would have never thought that, and I don't think that. But so be it. I'll continue to save you if I have to. Stop what would I do?
Junction, what's your fun? I'm gonna get you there if you're very careful.
Yup. And I look forward to this happening the rest of my life.
We're waiting for you.
No, you're supposed to say, come on and knock on my door.
What?
When I say,
Oh,
right, yeah, no,
Come on.
no, kiss. Bye, everybody.
Come and knock on our door. We've been waiting for you. Where the kisses are hers and his. Love a little later, too.
I already said bye.
He's no fun.
She's saying that for now. Wait until love a little later.